All right, our next topic is going to be logical operators. Okay, this kind of falls in progression right after the if statements and the nested ifs. If you're reading along in the book, this is, I think, 4.8, 4.9, around there. All right. Um, Start out, I've got a pretty bare bones program. I've got three items that I've declared: an integer, a score equals 72, right? I made a variable score and assigned it the value of 72. I made a char, okay, a character, color, and I made it B. I don't know if it's black or blue, but color equals B. Then string size equals large. So I've tried to mix this up a little bit with three different kinds of declarations. All right, logical operators. All right, what you see here is two ampersands, and these, if together, they mean and. All right. So what we've got here is an if statement. We've got if color equals blue, we're just going to say blue for the purpose of this. So if color equals blue and, okay, score is greater than 70, see out success. Okay, for this and to be successful, both sides of it have to be true. So you can see here that color does equal blue and the score is greater than 70. So in this, when I run this, if color equals blue and score equals 70, if both conditions are true, the logical operator and that's what this is, logical operator and will make this whole thing true and we'll see out success. So I'll go up here and run local Windows debugger, success. All right. So now I'll just, to show you that it has to be both of these, I'm going to make score greater than 73. So color is going to be still be blue. So this part will be true, but this part will be false. So since this is false and this is the and operator, this whole thing's going to be false. So when I run it, I don't get a success. All right, take a look at that. Both sides with an and operator have to be true. All right, I think I'm just going to stick on this one for a minute and just go ahead and introduce you to the other logical operator we're going to be talking about. And it's and. Two, um, two straight up and down bars, right? When you've got an, I said, it's an or operator. When you've got an or, just one of the two sides have to be true for the whole if statement to be true. So in this one, you can see I've got color equals blue. That's true. And score is greater than 73. I mean, score is greater than 73. That's going to be false because score is 72. Right? But I've got I've got an or operator here. So only one of these two has to be true for this whole thing to be true. For success to be printed out, just one of these two things has to be true. So if I run this, it's true, success. That's because the left side of the or operator is true. Now if I made this y, you can see neither side is true, so nothing happens. There's no success. All right. If I make 73, if score is greater than 69, this right side is going to be true. This is an or operator. Only one of the two has to be true. success. All right. So the and operator, both sides have to be true. The or operator, only one of the two sides has to be true. Ampersands are the and the straight up and down lines are the ors. All right. One more thing before we leave this program. They always lump the negation character, which is an exclamation point, which means not, negation, not. So there's a couple different ways to use it, and I'm going to show you both right here. So if score does not equal 70, success. You can tell up here from our declarations that it is 72, so it's not going to equal 70. So it sees out success. The other way we could use this is we could make this an equal sign, and we could put this not or negation on the outside. All right. So score equals 70. All right. We know that's false, but we put a negation on the outside of it. So it's like a false false, right? That's going to make the whole thing positive. So if I run this now, success. All right. So what this does is just basically negates whatever's in it. So if I run, let me get rid of this, make this a little more clear. Backspace. If score equals 70, we know it doesn't because we can see up here score equals 72. So if I run this, nothing. We know that this is false. But if we put a negation or not in front of it, it makes it true. All right. I don't use a lot of the negation. I usually write it in the code where it's more intuitive than that, but you need to be able to read it. All right. I'm going to look at a couple programs real quick, show you how these are used. All right, this program looks a little familiar. It's because we went over it in class. All right, this is just a different variation. Answer the following questions with a yes or a no for with a Y for yes or a N for no. Are you employed? Have you graduated from college in the past 2 years? All right. Here we're going to use an and this kind of cuts through to the chase really fast, right? If the employee, if employed, and if they're a recent grad, you qualify for the interest rate. Else, just the explanation of why they didn't get the special interest rate. So I'm going to prompt the user yes or no on employed, yes or no on recent graduate. And if both are true, instead of doing those if else's that we did in class, all right, we're just going to go straight to the you qualify line. Else, you don't qualify and output this. All right. So first thing I'm going to do is it's going to ask me, are you employed? Yes. Have you graduated college in the past 2 years? Yes. You qualify for the special interest rate. So here, the and operator evaluated both sides of this. Both were true. So that made the whole line true. So if, and then it output this special interest rate. Here's the other one, right? A little bit different here, and this comes straight from the book, all right? Um, this is the OR operator, right? This is going to demonstrate the OR operator, the lines that are straight up and down. Okay, we had a constant double, minimum income 35,000. Okay, minimum years 5 years. What is your annual income? We're going to prompt the user with that. They're going to input their income, number of years at your current job, and then we're going to check the OR operator, all right? If their income is greater than the minimal income, or their years is greater than the minimum years. So either one of these things can be true, all right? If they make over $35,000, but have only been at their job 2 years, they're going to qualify. Remember, minimum years is 5, minimum income is 35,000. So let's just talk about some scenarios before we run this. All right. If it's greater than or equal to, so if they put in 35,000 and 0 years, they're still going to qualify. All right. If they put $20,000, all right, that'll make this part false. But if they've been at the job 6 years, the second part is true, so they qualify. So if either one of these sides is true, because we're using the OR operator, they qualify. So let me run this a couple times. All right, annual income, 20,000. They've been at the job 10 years, they qualify. Run it again. They're making 50,000. They've only been at the job 1 year, they qualify. Now, if neither one is met, they make 20,000 a year and they've been at the job 3 years, it gives them the disclaimer they must earn at least 35,000 or have been employed for more than 5 years. All right? So, we've got logical operators, logical or, logical and, right? And we also they lump the negation in with that, the not. So that's our 3 things we will be probably using in class this week.